logs on to platform X and she wants to buy cashew nuts. So she enters cashew nuts 200 grams or whatever is required to be entered, whatever she wants to buy. Today, what happens? All those who are supplying cashew nuts from the seller side, shops, manufacturers, traders, anybody who is also registered on that platform X, only their names and their offering will come in front of you. Correct? So if Murugan here, and I have specially invited him because I was desperately wanting to meet him for many years. If Murugan wanted to, please, if Murugan wanted to, is also a supplier of cashew nuts, let's say not only sanitary pads. If Murugan wanted to offer his cashew nuts, but he is not on platform X, madam will not know that Murugan also offers cashew nuts. Murugan may be registered in platform Y, some other platform. But she will never get to know. So she has to choose only from a limited number of suppliers who are on that platform where she has gone. Is that the current situation? You agree? Right. Now in that, two things bear in mind. As a consumer, her choice becomes restricted to whatever that platform X chooses to show her. And I don't know if you are all aware, these platforms are using algorithms, that is technology, to give priority to those products or those suppliers who give them higher commission. Very often, they'll force the supplier to give us equity in your company, give us ownership in your company. Then only we will show your product on our platform. Very often, they'll force them that you package it in this form, you price it as we demand, give us high commission, then only we'll show you. Otherwise, 50 suppliers will show you somewhere in the 7th page, by which time madam would have lost patience and already bought from the preferred source, not what she prefers, but what that platform prefers that she buys from. Is that the current situation? This is the situation all over the world, and which is why a few companies are becoming bigger and bigger, becoming more powerful, and in the process, small entrepreneurs, startups, young boys and girls who may also want to supply cashew nuts, the small kirana store in our neighborhood, who can also give you, madam, the same cashew nuts, immediately in the neighborhood only. He can have his delivery boy run and give it to her in 10-15 minutes. But the poor fellow doesn't have the financial power to set up his own platform. How will he publicize to madam in the front of those large, you've seen those front page ads in newspapers? Full sales, 30% off, 50% off, free delivery, all those big advertisements. Small retailer in the corner shop doesn't have the power to compete against these big companies, doesn't have the ability to lose 5,000 crore loss in 1 year just to capture market share, just to capture madam's attention, just to capture her as a consumer. They can probably give it for free also, as long as she buys from them. But bear in mind that over a period of time, gradually what will happen? A few companies will have the full strength and power and control all our buying habits. They'll control the entire market. These crores of our brothers and sisters who are working in these small kirana stores, corner stores, in foreign countries they call them mom and pop stores. Why do they call them mom and pop stores? Because they provide, the family works over there. Maybe husband, wife, sometimes their grown-up children also work over there. It provides a livelihood to crores of people. It provides job opportunities to the local people to survive. If all of them gradually close down under the power of these big companies, If all consumers get attracted only to these big companies with discounts, flashy advertisements, huge publicity, muscle power, money power, and technology power by which they can choose who will supply to you. Consumer will not choose. They will choose who will supply to you. ONDC breaks this barrier. ONDC becomes a network. It is not a platform. All of you can make your own platforms. Your Kirana store can make his own platform also. One Kirana store can choose to make a platform if he wants. But everybody will not spend money on creating technology and all. But smaller companies, startups, our enterprising young boys and girls who come with technology thinking and background. Nowadays our young boys and girls in India are doing phenomenal work. We have become the world's third largest startup capital. Right? Many of them will start, maybe some young 2-3 boys or girls from Coimbatore will start a platform. And they'll connect all these small Kirana stores locally and put them on their platform. So that will become platform Y. Correct? When madam will go to buy on any platform, if they are all connected to this ONDC, open that slide where you have that platforms ABCD, XYZ. If madam will go to buy for any product, even though she may go on platform X, all the platforms who are a part of this open network, and if the same product is sold on any of those platforms, platform Y, platform Z, platform C, platform R, platform X, all the platforms, wherever cashew nuts are being sold, she will get the ability to see the cashew nut suppliers in all the networks. Rather than being hostage to the suppliers chosen by one platform, she will have the ability to see all the cashew nut suppliers in all the platforms. So if you see on the left side, if a person wants a certain product and he goes on platform A, he will only get to see, if you see the first circle, if you can, with a pointer, you can show it over there, you know. There, wherever you have to mark. No, you can't, forget it. So, as they showed over here, C1 and C2 are registered on platform A. Right? The consumer, madam, for example. She will go on platform A. Who will she see? Only S1 and S2, who are sellers on that platform A. She'll have to choose from there only. So platform A will determine who will supply cashew nuts to her. Instead of that, look at the right side. That is the open network for digital commerce. And we will not force anybody to come here. They will be forced to come because they will have no choice. When consumers like you become aware that if I go to a platform which is a part of ONDC, then look at C1, madam, wants to buy cashew nuts, she goes to something called a platform P, let's say. But what will she see because of ONDC? All the sellers. Seller 1, seller 2, seller 3, seller 4, seller 5, seller 6, all of them, irrespective of which platform they are on. They may be registered on, I'm not taking names, so I'm constrained to use these ABCD, XYZ. But any platform that they are on, all the sellers who can give cashew nuts which she as a consumer wants will all be listed in front of her mobile phone or her computer. Then she can say, I prefer to buy from somebody who's nearby. Then that will pop up first. If she says, I want lowest price, then the lowest price will pop up first. If she says, I want a particular brand, then all those who are offering that brand will pop up. Not necessarily only those who are on the platform that she is using, but on all the platforms under the network. Have I made it clear? Have I demystified ONDC? Is it reasonably clear? Will it help small shops? Will it help startups? Will it help save jobs, millions and crores of jobs? And will it give a madam, which is 130 crore Indians? We are all consumers. I am also a consumer, you are also a consumer. Right? It will give consumers more power. It will give consumers more power of choice. It will give them power to decide which platform to pay. Today, if you go to one platform, they may say you can only pay through my preferred payment medium. They'll say pay through Paytm, Phone Pay, Google Pay, WhatsApp Pay, whatever. Or SBI, HDFC, Kotak. Suppose madam doesn't want to pay from any of them. She prefers to pay from your very own Tamil Indian bank. She can choose to pay from the local bank. Or federal bank is also Tamil Nadu, I think. That is Kerala. Sorry, I'm mixing up. Indian bank is here, no?
Indian bank.
So I have not made mistake there. So madam can say, I want to pay from my bank from Tamil Nadu. I will pay through Indian bank platform. She will decide. Not the platform. Not that big person with big money. Consumer will decide. If the platform says you have to, I will give delivery through DHL, or I'll give delivery through XYZ, or I'll give delivery through my own company, she can say, sorry, I want delivery through my Kirana store, local store. She will have the power to choose who will deliver, how it will be delivered, when she will pay. Will she pay cash on delivery? Will she pay digital? Will she pay through X, through Y, through Z? This is the power we want to give our consumers. This is the power we want to give to our small retail stores to also enjoy 130 crore people market, not only for survival, but for their growth. So that, as Prime Minister Modi says, in this Amrit Kal, 25 years, we want to see a prosperous India. We want to take prosperity. We will take prosperity to 135 crore Indians. Every Indian should be prosperous. And to make every Indian prosperous, we have to give a better, more power to each one of you, both as consumers, as businesses. Businesses, small, micro, medium, large, all should be able to compete for the power to serve Indian consumers. That is what ONDC is all about. And this is the thinking of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which is the whole of the government approach. So, you have Industry Ministry, DPIIT, that department promoting ONDC. Who is financing ONDC? Companies, it's a non-profit venture. It's a Section 8 company, not a profit-making company. Who is financing it? Private sector banks are financing it. Public sector banks are financing it. NSDL is financing it. This company which owns UPI, NPCI, they are financing it. So I think some insurance companies are financing it. Then Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, they are financing it. Why are they financing it? They will not get any dividend, no profit, because this is good for India. And going forward, who will be benefiting? Consumer Affairs Ministry has to look after consumers. So Consumer Affairs Ministry is a part of this team. food and civil supplies, which you call it food and civil supplies, we call it food and public distribution in Delhi. They are monitoring prices to make sure inflation and महंगाई doesn't bother our consumers. How will they benefit? Consumers get more choice, wider choice, more competition. So they are also a part of this. Our farmers want to sell farm produce will get an opportunity to come onto ONDC. Small people otherwise will never be able to sell on these big platforms. Now, through the socialization or democratization or through technology, small farmer cooperatives or farmer producer organizations can also make atta and become a part of through ONDC become a part of one platform, and through ONDC can supply. So farmers' income can be increased. Our fishermen income can be increased. I hope you understand. Our startups will get new opportunity. Instead of a few companies becoming $1 trillion and 1 lakh crore and 10 lakh crore companies, we will have lakhs of people, entrepreneurs, and crores of small enterprises getting a chance to enjoy the fruits of a prosperous India, growing India. And you remember that Onida ad? Onida ad? Once upon a time, television, the youngsters may not have seen it.
Owner's pride.
So this will become owner's pride and neighbor's envy. Thank you. मेरा आज का भाषण हो गया पूरा. अभी आपसे सुनूंगा. After the other speakers have spoken.
Thank you, sir, for introducing and leading such visionary initiatives
This is how
and providing opportunities to tens of thousands and millions of Indian small business owners and giving power in true realities to the consumers. Thank you, sir. Next, may I call upon Mr. Rajendra, Joint Secretary DPIIT, to present on enabling the environment for industries through the various policies under DPIIT and through the NICDC initiative.
Ratno, crisp presentation and in common man's language. Don't give very complicated industrial terms. You speak in Tamil, but speak common words, which even I can try to understand.
வர்த்தகம் மற்றும் தொழிலில் பணம் 12ஆம் நூற்றாண்டிலிருந்து பேர் பெற்ற இந்த கோவை மண்டலத்தில் வருகை தந்திருக்கும் மாண்புமிகு வர்த்தகம் மற்றும் தொழில் நுகர்வோர் விவரங்கள் உணவு மற்றும் பொது விநியோகம் மற்றும் ஜவுளித்துறை மத்திய அமைச்சர் திரு பியூஷ் கோயல் அவர்களே, மாண்புமிகு மீன்வளம் கால்நடை மற்றும் பால்வளம் துறை தகவல் மற்றும் ஒளிபரப்பு துணை அமைச்சர் டாக்டர் குருகன் அவர்களே, மற்றும் மேடையில் மேலே இருக்கிறது மற்றும் மேடையில் கீழே இருக்கிறது மற்றும் அனைத்து நிறுவனங்களிலிருந்து வரக்கூடிய எல்லா தொழில்களுடைய மற்றும் மெம்பர்ஸ்க்கு என்னுடைய